The cold front that's brought wind and freezing temperatures to South Africa hit the Western Cape several days ago, affecting thousands of residents. Let's cross now to Vanessa Poonah for the latest on the weather in the Western Cape. Vanessa, good morning. More weather warnings issued and, of course, freezing, as we can see from the way you are dressed and what we've been seeing coming through from the Western Cape. But what is the condition, and also just in terms of evacuations that have had to be done?
Sakina, good morning to you. And yes, I would apologize for all the layers I'm wearing, but if you're in the Cape at the moment, you'd understand completely that we have to do all we can to keep warm and dry. At the moment, we are at the Disaster Risk Management Centre in Goodwood in Cape Town. Of course, the City of Cape Town keeping us abreast on the issues and challenges they are facing, Sakina, with regards to roadways, urging motorists to be cautious. You said there are thousands of people affected. Yes, indeed. We know that up to 20,000 people, we've been told by disaster relief agencies at this stage, needing assistance, as mostly in the informal settlements. Large swaths of informal settlements are flooded already, and today, only day 3 of the inclement weather. We do expect the rain, heavy winds to continue for the rest of the week, at least until Friday. But for an update now, I'm bringing in Mandy Thomas. She's a spokesperson for disaster risk management in Cape Town. Mandy, good morning to you. Of course, we know that a number of roads are affected in the province. For example, in various municipalities, including the Cape Winelands, Overberg, West Coast, a number of those roads have been closed. What is the situation looking like in the city of Cape Town? Behind us, we see on your monitors, those are some of the highways around Cape Town. Any road closures at this stage amid the ongoing inclement weather?
Currently, no roads are closed, but we do have some where we say they have to drive with caution, and it's mostly the N1, N2, the R300, the N7. So drivers just need to drive through cautiously through those areas.
We've also heard, I think it was on Sunday, we've heard from provincial authorities that a number of areas have been affected in terms of electricity outages. What's been reported at this stage? Are there any areas in Cape Town? I know Balha took some beating in terms of power outages on Sunday. What are we looking like at the moment?
So currently, I think we restored in Fish Hoek. There was a outage in Fish Hoek that was restored yesterday around about 4 o'clock. Balha, we might still have some issues there. Some of it has been restored, so but not much in terms of outages for electricity.
We've had some high winds. Have you had any reports of damage to infrastructure, trees blowing over to formal homes at this stage? I know Cork Bay was also a area of concern earlier this week.
Yeah, it was a concern. There was a concern with mudslides as well in Cork Bay. I think through Sunday night into Monday morning, there was lots of trees and huge trees that were blown over. I think it was between 12 and 14 trees that were blown over, but our Rec and Parks department dealt with that through the day yesterday. So the blockages are clear. So about 14 trees, I would say.
At this stage, where are your officials deployed? I know that some communities are receiving help with sandbags and milling, etc. Which areas are you focusing on today?
Our most affected area was around the Khayelitsha area, Mfuleni as well, and the Philippi area. So, and Masipumalele. Also, you know, that is a wetland, so lots of people, thousands of people are affected in that area. So yeah, so it's across the city, and our officials are doing the best that they can to unblock drains, let the gullies free flow and that kind of thing, so that the water can dissipate.
Any evacuations at this stage? You've mentioned Khayelitsha. There was a concern specifically around Ward 99 with thousands of people affected there. Have people been relocated at this stage? Have any evacuations had to take place?
So they couldn't go back to their dwellings because those were blown away. That was with a wind that happened last Thursday. We do have our national informal settlements as well as our provincial informal settlements department looking to find spaces where people can be housed. So we are on top of that in that regard.
And of course, Mandy, we're still going to see much rain over the next few days, at least until the end of the week. You've cautioned motorists to be cautious. We know that there's also some snow in the high-lying areas, and usually, it's an uncommon sight for Cape Townians or for us to actually see snow. And lots of people are going out there to view the spectacle. But of course, those poses dangers as well in terms of the road closures and also the conditions, the driving conditions for people taking to the roads.
Yeah, so for the next couple of days, motorists just need to be cautious, keep their safe following distances, and try not to really leave their homes if they can. So obviously the snow is also on the other side of the mountain, so there's danger of going over the passes and things like that. So really just be careful how you drive.
Mandy, thank you very much for your time this morning. Of course, yes?
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to mention one other thing, that we are doing a drive for donations, and we do have a call line here into the Disaster Management Centre. So if anybody would like to donate, the number is 021 597 5042.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Mandy. Of course, they're just keeping us abreast there, Sakina, of what has been happening in and around Cape Town, and also then that appeal for assistance. As we know, the numbers of people in need due to the severe weather conditions, that number is increasing by the day. And of course, we can see towards the end of the week, many more people will be in need of disaster as well as humanitarian relief amid this extremely cold snap, wet and miserable weather across Cape Town, and unfortunately more of the same predicted for the days to come.